Good evening, everyone. How the devil are we? Good evening for Shyshley. Love your name as ever, bud. Always tickles me up. Mex Effecto, good evening. How's it going, folks? We're back with some Oni. Watching the Ginger Baby play it again, I was very bored with it. You get bored with everything, Mex. Come on. Yeah, we're back. We're back where we left off. I've not really played much Oni since I last streamed. Truth be told, for those of you that aren't aware on Discord, I had a headache from Doom. Just the worst. So I've been sort of waylaid for the last couple of days and not able to do very much. But yeah, we're back where we are. In the end of the last stream, we were trying to get this build up and running. And this build up and running, which is our natural gas power, or the first natural gas power we're going to go for. Base-wise, we're still alright for oxygen. We did have to turn our electrolyzers off for a little bit. But we seem to be okay. I do still want to build 2 more of these little module things. 2 more of these. Whether we'll do that today, I don't know. Today, one of the first things we need to start doing is looking at our food. Our food is dropping rapidly. We are running out of CO2 for our slicksters. They're all unhappy. Yeah, some stuff we need to get done. So, let's have a look up here. This is nearly built, but we're going to have to do a load of sweeping and getting all this swept out. I also need to vacuum out this room, which not quite figured out yet. It's our polluted water feed. That bridge is the wrong way around, as is that bridge. As is that bridge. What the hell was I doing last time I played? Right, we've got a load of shit that's back to front, so let me just fix some of this stuff. Yeah, all these bridges are backwards. This makes no sense. I don't remember why I did this. So let's just spin these round. Is this for my pump? Yeah. Okay. What a fool. Came from watch live play on YouTube, so I can watch you play on Twitch. Pilgrim, good evening, bud. How are you, mate? QWERTY, good evening. How are you, my dear? How is life? How are you getting on? I don't know what's overheating. Oh, we've still got that security door that we need to dig out at some point. That's just trolling us. But we'll get that done when we can be asked. So, first thing I need to do, we need to get this power grid up and running, because we're running out of coal. So the sooner I can get these fertilizer synths turned on, the better. We're also running out of food, because we've got far too many dupes for the amount of crops that we've got. And we're also pissing away a lot of slime at the minute, so there's a lot of things that we need to get fixed. This is pretty much built, I believe. We've got this powered in. We're just waiting to connect this. Have we got the automation in? We've got the automation in. We've got gas piping in. Need to make this a vacuum. Plumbing. I'm just going to go around here. Just going to radiate the room a little bit. And then pump into all these. This should be fine, I think. Gas piping is definitely done. We've left this vent here, but we need to get some oil delivered into here, don't we? There we go. Speak of the devil. So we'll get that done. You're in a desperate need of food is how I am. Oh no. I'm alright, Quirts. I hate to say it, but I have a little bowl of snacks and a big pot of coffee. Fill the vent in the photo room. Yeah, doing it, Max. Doing it. Hello, my beautiful bearded friend. How lovely to see all of you. I'm watching hours of this colony on YouTube. Really, Enrage? Good evening, Enrage. How are you? Are you in work? Are you manic? Or are you having a day to yourself today? I'm going to want this to get filled as well. Basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pump out this room first, and I'm going to pump it out into here. Okay, and just get this room vacuumed out. I can't do that until we've got this liquid set behind the vent, which is fine. Let me just slap a tile in there just to save on some mess. Once this is done, we've then got our vent for the future, which is where we're going to pump any excess natural gas that we might find out in the wild into this room as well. And also, possibly, when we get to that point, if we built another one of these setups over here, we'll do the same over there. For now, I need to get one of these up and running at least. You should not be pumping. Yeah, just do that. And you have no power yet, which is fine. So I just want to keep an eye on this oil, make sure we don't have a nightmare. One thing I'm also going to do, I'm going to make sure we're harvesting all these crops that we can get to. Oh, Jesus. The harvest lag is real. Because any sleep wheat that we can get at the minute would be very handy. Very appreciated. All that done. Make sure these are done. Don't even know if we can get to this stuff, but that's fine. Make sure all these are done as well. Dig you out. Oh shit, we've got this polluted oxygen vent, haven't we? Oh yeah, I remember now. We've got a polluted oxygen vent up here that's just pumping out loads of polluted oxygen, but because it's going into an ice biome, there's no germs. It's just murdering the germs instantly, which is nice. Ezekiel, good evening, bud. How are you? Yay for weekend streams. Nice. Get to watch from the beginning. Glad to have you here, bud. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to gather a bit of sleep. We've not got much food, and I'm slightly worried. If I remember rightly, we had a load of mushrooms rot as well, which sucks balls. And all of our sleep wheat rotted. That's what happened. I remember now. We had a compactor, didn't we, in a dirty area, and all of our sleep wheat rotted. So I kind of don't want that to happen again. So yeah, we'll do that. I'll give them some stuff to do. So yeah, the base is looking pretty massive, but there's some big parts in it that are pretty sparse at the minute. So we're probably going to use these for some other goodies. I was going to put a storage area up here as well, wasn't I? I think that might be a good shout to start planning out. And we'll do it with granite or something. It doesn't really matter. No, we'll do it with igneous. Fuck it. We'll do this with much lower priority though. So we're gonna have a storage area in here, I think. I will need some liquid lock access. Yeah, you need to come down there, don't you, really? Do I want this accessible from here? No. Yeah, we'll need some liquid locks in here, I think. So we'll do something like you can put it there. That would work. Go to there. I might be a little bit out of it today, by the way, guys. I'm currently waiting for some pills to kick in. I've just had a banging headache. Just sucks. So I'm waiting for some tablets to kick in, and hopefully I'll feel alright. And Neuro, good evening, bud. How are you? You're playing this seed. It's insane. You found a cold biome with 10 Weezeworts. Other ones has like anywhere between 3 to 6. Never seen this many Wheezies. In this seed? Because I've struggled with Weezeworts. Although we did find a load up here, actually. I really struggled with Weezeworts in this save. I couldn't find very many. Unless I need to get down here. No spoilers. No spoilers. Don't tell me. Right. So let me just plan this out first before they start doing it all. You're going to be like that. Across here. Oh, not your world seed, in mine. I see. I thought you were saying you were playing the one we're playing here. Hey, you jerk. Don't tell me anything. That'll do for now. Just to give them something to do. I'll put a few ladders in so they don't get stuck. Yeah, I'll just slap a few ladders in for now, just for ease. Meh. Meh. So... yeah, I really don't want them to overload this oil, so I need to be a little bit careful with that. Okay, yeah, this is a bit sliced, that's fine. We'll use some of our chlorine we've been... fuck. We'll use some of our chlorine we've been saving up. To, oh no. That was a mistake, Mooney. Fuck. Fortunately, she's in an exosuit, which is kind of cool. She's fine. I might as well dig this out because I'm gonna have chlorine down in this build anyway, so might as well dig this out for now. Let this fall somewhere. Did you try to turn on the night light of your monitors, all that blue light? It's been like I've been using it for a while, Quirts. Yeah, I try and get rid of blue light as much as I can, like on my phone and iPad and everything. Yeah, sucks. I don't know why I've got a headache. I literally yesterday I uploaded my videos to YouTube and then spent no day looking at any form of screen. None of the day. I thought I'm gonna have loads of water. I'm gonna lay off the caffeine a little bit. I'm gonna figure out why my brain is aching. Alas, I could not figure it out. My brain just hurts. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Got 2 water guys, 1 polluted water, and slush guys are nice. I honestly hate the tables from the middle of the base. Ruins the symmetry. Hate the tables from the middle of the base. What are you talking about, Johnny? Where are we looking? Hate the tables from the middle of the base. Here? What do you mean? I'm confused, Johnny. You'll have to elaborate. Electron, good evening, buddy. How are you? Dark Deny, good evening. How are you? Glad to see the colony's still alive. Barely, Neuro. Barely, mate. We're getting there, but slowly. Yeah, we're getting there. Ladder the sand bit. I did, mate. Sorry. So I made it cycle 38 with the day before starvation, suffocation, and slime lung. Ah, shit. Dug into a slime biome before building an airlock. I saw that. I saw you posted a comment in one of the videos, Electron. I did see that, buddy. Oh shit, I've trapped my dupes. I might actually get rid of this ladder and just build 2 here. Because I'm only going to really want access from one side. So I might just square this off. Yeah, I did see that you posted that, mate. That sounds like a rough one. It happens to the best of us. It happened to me the other day. I nearly killed myself with slime lung literally the other day. Like 2 streams back or something. It was a rough one. Okay. You can actually start digging that if you want. Okay. I do need to keep an eye on this, otherwise they're going to troll me and put too much oil in. We need 1 more full bottle in here and then a little bit. Okay. So I should probably not be building all these, actually. Let's get rid of you. Where are we going to put the mesh tiles? I do not have much iron. Okay. Let's do the mesh tiles on the ceiling. Let's have a ladder here. Bit of a waste of space. Indecisive. What was I talking about? I think accepting every dupe made some severe shortages in the colony. Yeah, possibly. Need to take it easy at the early game Electron. XP, good evening, bud. How are you, mate? Okay, 941 hours in this game. Still hope there are things to learn it. Dart denied, there's always things to learn, mate. I learnt something literally last night on the forums. There's always stuff to learn, mate. The mess tables from the middle layer. This will be symmetrical eventually because I'm going to build more mess tables over here. Don't worry about it, Johnny. The space is a work in progress. Don't worry, I've not finished yet. It'll be alright. I don't know how to set up this storage room. I kind of want to make it one tile higher. But then it won't fit with the symmetry of the other bits. Like it won't fit nicely. It's only storage. It is only storage, I suppose. Yeah, fuck it. This will be fine. This is fine. So what I'll probably do is have a cut out in the middle. We'll run this all the way to the ends here. Let's just tidy up some of this crap. And then let's see, maybe we'll do it like there. Do. Get all you dug out. Why is that all priority 8? What the shit? Don't be priority 8. Be less than that. Okay, because being able to finally sweep some stuff up in the base will be quite nice. Quite excited for that. Shit. 600. 600. Okay. So. Got a couple of people trapped. Oh, Mooney's very trapped. I don't really mind them being trapped because they're working like crazy. My game's like, they're working like absolutely crazy at the minute. What I might do is have a little tube access in here as well, so that if they do want to go and do a job in the morning, we'll have a tube going into our storage room. That might be quite nice. That might work quite nicely. Shit. What's going on with these? Nothing. Building entombment. That'll be this, I would imagine. Where's the oil? Give me some oil. Also we'll do these last couple of bits here with a bit slight, just because I think all this wall is a bit slight, so that'll be fine. Where's my oil? Gimme. Gonna have to go raid the freezer for a starve. Oh, awkward. Number of cycles, optimum number of dupes mapping. Argano Valmore, what a name! Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thank you for the follow. I am sorry if I butchered that name. That sounds like a beautiful name. Argano Valmore. Does anyone have a number of cycles to optimum number of dupes mapping? Entirely depends on how quickly you expand Electron. How good your infrastructure is. You need to make sure you can support the amount of dupes that you've got. So that comes in oxygen production and food supply mainly. Obviously oxygen production depends on water supply and things like that. So you just need to do a bit of basic maths really. Or you can just do what I do and wing it and work reactively. If there's a problem that needs fixing, fix it. If you can't fix it, you're fucked. That's generally how I run. I like it that way. It gives danger. But yeah, I normally don't accept too many dupes. If I'm playing single player, honestly, I am very picky with my dupes. Very picky. I will happily deny loads of dupes if they've got even a negative trait that I don't want, or if they've not got really nice stats. I'll happily wait all day. There's no problem with waiting for dupes. Like really, don't rush to accept them all. You'll get many chances over the course of your colony. So why rush it? What is the most interesting in-game device you've seen lately that you haven't done a YouTube vid on? Interesting in-game device. Funnily enough, last night I did some tinkering with somebody's build off the forums, a guy called Luminite 2. I'll be honest with you, I was in somewhat of an argument with him about his build. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go on debug, I'm going to build his build, and I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to deconstruct it, and I'm going to break it. And I couldn't break it. It's a brilliant build. I would recommend you go and have a look at it on the forums. He's got a thread called Some Alternatives to Borg Cube Cooling. Very good build. His second build in his thread is the one I would recommend. It's using fixed temperature cooling to cool an aqua tuner to run cooling pipes for other parts of your base. It's really good. I'd recommend that. 100 player brings life a bucket of headache medicine and begins helpfully force feeding him. 100 player, you little darling. Good evening, buddy. How are you, mate? How are you? I'll be alright. I'm dosed up. I've got coffee and sweeties. Life could be worse, let's face it. Shit, I've not been looking what's going on. I don't want to miss this oil because it'll just cause a big mess. Should I prioritise like delivery or something? Is that what I'm waiting on? Supply. Let's get our engineers more supply. Is that my problem? I don't know if like because I've buggered with other priorities, they're not doing stuff. Let's try doing that. I'm assuming this comes under supply. Borg cooling. Yeah, a Borg cooler is a device that was created by Saturnus on the forums. It's a bit of an exploity build, so this is like, this guy's thread was alternatives for using exploits. And I was convinced that one of his builds was using the exploit, and then when I tore it down, it actually wasn't. It's just a very solid build. Luminite 2, his name is. Go and have a look. Very cool build. Lumberjack, good evening. How are you? Life could be worse, but could life be worse? Honestly, 100, if you'd asked me that yesterday, I'd have said, put me out of my misery. My brain is melting from the inside out. But no, I'm alright today. I basically slept for like 1 hour last night, so I'm sort of on autopilot at the minute. I was up early this morning, so I was meeting up with the parents, and yeah, I just couldn't sleep last night. So I'm a little bit all over the place at the minute. So if I'm a bit scatty tonight, more than usual, you know why. Okay, right, let's just keep an eye on this for a second. Right. Let's see if we can get this done in one shot. That would be nice. Now, all I want to do here is just overflow the oil slightly, and then basically tick this off. Okay, so I don't get too much overflow. And then we'll deconstruct this. How much have I got on these tiles? I've got 3, 4, 5. Bastard. Bollocks. I just need to do something quickly. I put too much oil in. I should be able to salvage this, it should be alright. I'm working in a bit of a tight space here, so I've not got the room I need to do what I would normally would. Is that the Civ build he had? Yeah, the second build. His second build. Very good. Very solid. This is somewhere we can contribute to putting you out of your misery. Should I start a Patreon for the euthanize is the word, isn't it? Euthanize Life Fund. Operation End Beard. End of Beards. Yeah, honestly, yesterday I'd have asked for it. Really, I was feeling that rough. Let's make sure I have the right thread. You mentioned void geysers being removed. Oh, I can't remember. It's basically... let's see if I can find the fucking link. Hold on. There you go, buddy. Here is the link. Ah, shit. You think gingers get a big discount on euthanasia? You piece of shit, honestly. What a horrible thing to say. Oh, this is overheated in here. We're still getting a bit of water, but not very much. It's not ideal. Build this, please. I want to see if we can push a bit of oil in here. Come on! Son of a bitch. Right. I'll wait for him to build the floor, otherwise I'll get people trapped, because I'm not really paying that much attention at the minute. I really don't need that much oil in here, but I've done it now. Bit of water. So we've got 870.3 kilos in here. That is absolutely fine. So we'll mop you. XP in savage mode. There's no difference there, 100. He's always like this. He's what we call in the business un-arsehole. 3 gem thing with 3 pumps and a sieve and a tuner. Yes. Yeah, and a sieve on the top floor. Adizor, good evening. How are you? What are your suggestions for the first 3 dupes? A good researcher, a very strong dupe ideally. I wouldn't worry about a cook. It's more use their positive stats more than their